Kev G, how's it going? Weather overview. We hit 80 today in Central Park, and overall, not too bad. Running above normal, and I think most days this week will be running above normal as the warm, pretty humid weather continues across the region, and for the most part, we're going to have that. The one trouble spot that we do have this week is dealing with the remnants of Hurricane Florence, so um, to me, this is a very typical situation where a hurricane hits the coast elsewhere in the country, whether it be the southeast or the Gulf states, and the remnants make it all the way up here, and we have to deal with very limited effects. So just because it was a hurricane and just because, it did cause terrible damage in the southeast and hardship, doesn't mean it's going to be the same storm. So that's hopefully what I can convey here in the next couple of minutes with you in our weather overview. When we look at the Carolinas, they're in pretty bad shape. They got over 30 inches of rain with this storm, which is a phenomenal amount. Central Park in a year averages about 44 inches of rain, and unfortunately in some of these places, that's exactly what fell. So imagine a year's worth of rain in New York City falling over a period of 2 to 3 days. Just a terrible event unfolding in these parts of these United States. Now, with respect to our weather, we're going to deal with a very meager version of this storm. In fact, it's not a hurricane anymore. It's a tropical depression, but it is going to ride the jet stream, and it is going to produce a moderate to heavy rain here, especially on Tuesday. So as we go into Tuesday, what will happen is that rain will move in from the west. We'll notice more clouds tomorrow, but rain really moves in late at night Tuesday and starts to move in by Tuesday morning in earnest. And we'll have periods of moderate to heavy rain at times. And it's this area of very heavy rain that we really have to watch. I think it goes north of the area as depicted by the NAM model, but this could change a little bit. So if you notice on the NAM, there's brightly colored echoes here over New England, and that's where 2 to 4 inches of rain could fall with locally higher amounts. Now, if that area were to be a little bit more further south, we would get in on some of that heavier rain. But I think it'll cruise north. I think we'll end up with 1 to 2 inches of rain ending by Tuesday evening, I would think, and then we'll be done with it. So I think overall it's just a run-of-the-mill rainfall. Periods of moderate to heavy rain on Tuesday, perhaps some flash flooding in places that normally get it, but other than that, this is really a sort of a run-of-the-mill thing, and it pales into comparison to what happened in the southeast. So don't be fooled by the fact that, yes, indeed, we are getting the remnants of the storm, but that doesn't really mean we're getting the actual really horrible effects that happened over the southeast. And then the rest of the week for our weather is pretty good. We have high pressure building in for Thursday into Friday, and then we'll see another frontal passage that'll come in late Friday night into Saturday. And that'll knock our temperatures down, but it'll leave us with a pretty nice weekend. So when we look at the weather overview, weather underground rather, temperature picture, you could see we're above normal for most of the week. And Thursday we're below normal, and then late in the weekend, we're basically hovering around where we should be. So, for the most part, it's warm. We have to deal with the remnants of Hurricane Florence on Tuesday, but other than that, not a bad overall weather week as we cruise in to the very early parts of fall 2018.